What's up, guys? It's Joe Slater again. Welcome back to my channel. Today we got 12 little figures to go over here. These are all the Championship Showdown figures. They come with the side plates on them. You know, and the side plates are the ones that you buy a belt for, I guess, and then you can snap them into the belt, any ones you want. So let's get right started so it doesn't look like there's nothing on the screen. Alright, so we have... Here's the Booker T, first of all. Comes with his Booker T 5-time belt plate that you can put on a replica belt. And it's like the size of the actual WWE belt. I'm going to get one of them someday. But for now, I got a ton of these things to work with. But this is Booker T's. And it's got the little peg on it. You can see there. Sorry, I forgot to show the little peg there. On the back, it's just the WWE logo. They all have that on the back. Every one of them has that on the back. But that's a pretty cool plate. It's got him in there doing his 5-time thing. Take a look at the figure now. It's got his white gear, which is pretty cool. It's a basic figure, of course, so like the knees bend, but like there's no movement in the feet. The shoulders come out, of course, just like regular ones, you know, but it's got some pretty good detail in it. The face looks alright. He looks scared, though. That's the only thing. He looks terrified. But like, you know, you can't usually change the hands. There are ways of doing it, but you can't. But the hands are really stiff. I haven't even really broke these guys in yet, but this is the Booker T one. He's got his tattoos on the side, the Booker T pants. The difference between these and the Elites is when you bend their legs, it messes up the logo on their pants. On the Elite ones, the legs are built in, so the pants are one separate unit like they should be. Alright, so that is Booker T. Booker T came with Bobby Lashley, but I gave Bobby Lashley away, so I just have Booker T now. I gave two of them away so far, but that's it. Alright, now let's go over this one. This one I customized in a previous video, how to make your own cool John Cena. But this is the one, he's got the green boot, or the green shoes on the bottom, green shoe bottoms. You know, with the jorts and the knee pads sticking out. The knee pads are painted on now. But that is not the head that came with it, and not the hand that came with it. That hand's right, but I changed the hand on that one. And you got John Cena's side plate here. You can't see me. It's pretty cool. Again, with the plain WWE logo on the bottom. Alright, and that's the Cena one. I gave him the microphone too. That came from the other Elite John Cena Series 11 Legends one. But that is a cool microphone. Alright, that is Cena. Cena came with Randy Orton. RKO belt plate. Randy did not come with this vest I have on him here. Got that from a different figure. Put it on him. Doesn't have a hood, but still looks cooler than it did. Tattoos are pretty sick in this. I'm really not sure how it's going with the tattoos right now, because like Randy's tattoo artist was like suing WWE for putting the tattoos on the figures, which is kind of weird. But this is the Randy Orton. I mean, the face could be a little better, but it does look like Randy like we have right now. The Randy that's on TV now looks kind of cool. And the tattoos, there's a skull and another skull. I don't even see any skulls on there. I think this is just like a print they made to cover up so they didn't get in trouble for whatchamacallit, with Randy's tattoo artist. Alright, and so that was the Randy Orton there. Right there. Alright. Next up, we have John Morrison. I can't get him to look straight. He's got so much hair that his head doesn't go up, so he's constantly like looking down. It's kind of weird. But comes with the John Morrison plate. Again, WWE on the back. But it's a pretty cool belt plate. He's pretty geared up, man. You know, his pants are pretty cool. Knees bend, of course. These feet move. Booker T's feet don't move, but Morrison's do inside these pants. He's got almost like elite feet under there. Elite feet. But yeah, his move. Arms move pretty good, you know. Oh, this one doesn't have the twisty part on the shoulders like some. I don't understand why they're all not the same. Because if you look at his shoulder and like where his bicep is, this is all one piece. But then I just had... No, the Cena one's the same way, but I could have sworn I had one that was different. But oh well. That's kind of dangerous, I guess. When the elite ones, it moves there. But yeah, you don't want to bend them too much, or else these will come off easy. They're really limited on the movement. Alright, so at least his feet move though. You can pose him a little better. Alright, and John Morrison in his package came with Kofi Kingston. It's a pretty good Kofi figure. There's his plate. Kofi's all dressed in his white gear. Knee pads are separate on this one. Again, no movement in the feet. It kind of turns here, you know, but you don't want to do that too much, like you'll snap it. It's crazy. But yeah, you don't want to do too much movement in the feet besides like, or in the legs besides like back and forth. This is a really good Kofi figure. His tattoos are there. I mean, for a basic, it's pretty good. Alright, and let's get him back on his stand. These things are sometimes hard to get back on their stands. Alright, next up, I did give away the Drew McIntyre one, but the Drew McIntyre figure came with this Seth Rollins figure. This is my favorite Seth out of all, well, the face-wise and everything. It looks so much like him, you know. But the only thing I didn't like about it, he does come with a coat. But, like, if you take the coat off, he's got black arms. Like, he looks like Jax from Mortal Kombat or something. But the arms are black. You know what I mean? Instead of having a full coat, they just painted the arms black on this one. But he's still pretty cool. He's got the coolest Seth Rollins face out of all the ones that I've seen so far. I mean, that's really good. Again, no movement in the boots, just the side to side here. Knees bend underneath the knee pads. Wow, that's really, really stiff. These things are scary stiff sometimes. But now that's broken in a little bit. Imagine I snapped one off live on this YouTube video. But yeah, you break in the knees a little bit. And these guys do stand up on their own, obviously, but it's just cool to have these cool plates under them. Seth Rollins plate. Oop, upside down. Seth Rollins plate. Again, WWE logo on the back, so let's stand him back on his. Alright, and you can see them all in the back here. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. We got the AJ Styles. I like this AJ. Japanese clothes on there. Red, or the OC logo, sorry, with the Japanese logo. Same thing on the pants. Phenomenal one on the boots. It's pretty cool. There's one elbow pad that he takes off. His tattoos with his birth dates of his kids are there. Not a bad AJ face. You can definitely tell it's him out of everybody. He's got that smirk on his face right there. This is definitely a cool AJ figure. I don't have any Elite AJs yet, but I plan on adding them to my collection in the future. And unlike the John Morrison one, AJ's got a lot of hair, but his head still looks straight ahead, you know what I mean? Morrison one's like pinned looking down. It's kind of lame. You can't make them look straight ahead. But again, like the arms, you got to break them in a little bit. But this is a nice AJ Styles figure. P1 belt plate, of course. It's nice. Phenomenal one. Phenomenal. Alright, we will stick him back. And you're sticking them all on with these little holes in the feet. Every wrestling figure has little tiny holes in their feet. Well, all the Mattel ones do. Whether it's a basic or an elite, there are holes in their feet. Isn't that a cool little rhyme we just made up? So let's put him back on his stand. After a while, the stands will come off. Like, they'll start falling off. Like, if you go to pick them up. Oh, see, Riddle. He fell off. And this Riddle is crazy. Look, bare feet, of course. Those feet are bigger than, like, everyone else's boots. They're like some weird feet, man. But you can see the bottom looks actually like feet. He's got the holes in the bottom, too. His ankles move. None of the other figures have movable ankles, but Riddle does. But Riddle doesn't have movable, like, thigh or calf areas. Knees bend, everything, kind of stiff. The only thing I didn't like about this is we can get the Randy Orton. Randy Orton is 6'2" in real life, and Riddle is 6'1". You know what I mean? And look at the difference. Look at that. Riddle's like a foot taller than Randy. Well, maybe not a foot, but at least a good 6 or 7 inches realistically. I mean, the figure is only off by a few centimeters, but if you jack these guys up to real life, Riddle would be like 6 inches taller than Randy. They made the Riddle figure enormous. He's a monster. He's not that big in real life. I see him on TV every week. You know what I mean? He ain't that big. Alright, so moving along. Put Riddle back on his... Tried to get his bare feet in there. That's probably why he doesn't stick so much. He doesn't even have boots, but now it stays. Alright, moving along. We'll go right to this old school Kane figure. Also, I forgot to show you Riddle's belt plate thing. There it is, Matt Riddle. Even though he's not Matt anymore, he's just plain Riddle. Try to get that on there. There we go. Alright, old school Kane figure with the bald head and the evil look. Look how mad he is. That's a face only a mother can love. Just like in that See No Evil movie. Or Speak No Evil, or whatever it was that he was in there. Probably, his mother loved him in that. But his knees bend, boots turn real easy in this. You can turn his feet all the way around. This one you don't have to worry about breaking for some reason. But instead of having knee pads, he's got like knee caps. But these are really, really tight. Really tight. Wow, I'm glad I got that to bend. That almost felt like it was going to snap off. I haven't really done much with these except for stand them up. I haven't really, got into bending their parts around a little bit. But there you go. That one's bent too. But it's super stiff and this is really loose. So you got to be careful with these. I'm willing to take the risk. But yep, he's got his like heart monitor looking things on his pants. You know what I mean? Wasn't a lot of red to this suit. It was basically black. The arms bend okay. Same thing. You can make him do the choke slam thing. There you go. Choke slam. Oh. I'm so excited about Kane. Kane's plate. They didn't have belt plates back in the day. You were lucky if you got a name plate. Remember back in like the Attitude Era, you were lucky you got a nameplate on the belt, like underneath on the actual belt plate itself. Now they put side plates on for you. Alright, so Kane was interesting. And he came with that. I'm not going to tell you who this is. Not for a minute. Ooh, I'll cover up that. That is supposed to be Edge. It's like this is the worst face I've seen on any of these guys. The other ones all look similar to like the actual people, but Edge does not look like Edge whatsoever, does he? So weird. That face is just creepy. Alright, but like the gear's cool. Got the tattoos and everything, so that tells you it's Edge. Rated R logo on his pants there, and again on the boots. Skull on the other boots. Spins real easy. Knees bend good. But like that face is something else. Like I didn't want to buy this one for the longest time. Like if I had a choice, I stayed away from this one. The Kane looks good, but the Edge just like, who the hell is that? So, but eventually I just wanted to collect as many of these as I could, so I grabbed Edge too. Might as well. And there is the Edge belt plate. I wonder if we'll actually be able to see one of these on TV nowadays if Edge is ever going to win a title. But that's the plate for the Edge figure. They're also shiny. Alright, so we'll stick him back on and get his hideous face out of the camera before someone turns to stone. Next up, the Brahma Bull. With the Brahma Bull belt plate right there. They didn't have these in the 90s, so we didn't get to see anything like that. But they did have the Rock plates when he won the belt back in like 2016 or whatever it was. But I don't know. I didn't see what those plates look like. Alright, now the Rock on his feet, he always has these like straps in the back of his boots. So if you go to turn them, these things will snap. I did that on accident on one of my other figures. And here he is right here. I did that on accident on one of these. You can see how it broke. So you don't want to try to twist the legs too much, or those things will literally snap. But he always has those on his boots, and you got to be careful with them. They're just tiny little pieces of plastic. So your options on The Rock's feet, on positioning him, are very limited. But his knees bend really well. The Rock on the front, the old bull on the back. You got to like make him stand like this. Like bent backwards a little bit in order to get the Brahma Bull on the back of his shorts to actually look right. And he's got the bulls on his elbow pads. A lot of Brahma Bulls on this Rock. And this is before he had any of his new tattoos, and he just had the one. So yeah, this is a straight up Attitude Era Rock, and I really like this one. It actually looks like him a little bit, for the most part. It's nice. It's a very nice Rock figure, and if you like this sort of thing, you want to add them to your collection. I've been collecting these Championship Showdown figures for a while, but I've only got them in the stores. He came not being able to stand on his plate. You know what I mean? If you put the little thing in there. It just, slightest wiggle, he comes off. So you gotta like put him on, or put the plate down and then set him on it. Try to get his heel in the hole. There we go. Heel in the hole. Alright, and that rock, of course, would come with someone from the Attitude Era as well. And it came with this badass Triple H figure right here. I like this Triple H. He's got a lot of hair and he kind of looks down too like the Morrison did. But you can pick it up a little bit. These heads don't come off. I wish they did so you could replace them. They do come off, but like you gotta like really heat them up or else you're gonna break off the little head posts and then you're beat. You won't be able. You have to glue it on and then the head won't be able to move anymore. A lot of people throw their figures out if they snap one of the little posts, but you can still glue them and use them for like a display. Triple H's boots move really well. He's got the heavy knee pad on this side, and then he's got like the knee brace on this side. He only wore that for a short time, I think, after his quadricep injury. But yeah, this is a really nice looking Triple H figure. And of course he comes with, this is his side plate. Like I said, I'm going to get the belt for these soon. I just haven't had any desire to yet. But when I do, I'll kind of do a video. I mean, what am I going to do? Snap it in, take it out. Snap another one in, take it out, you know. Maybe if I get a bunch more of these, I can do the belt in with the video. But yeah, this is the last one I got right now. I had a Bobby Lashley and a Drew McIntyre, but I gave those two away to someone that really liked them. But yeah, these things are pretty neat, and they're worth collecting. I kind of like the concept of all the different plates on the bottom. You know, they're pretty cool. And they all stand up easy, obviously, once you get the little peg in their feet hole. And the feet hole. Yeah, but some of them, like that edge right there, that's the only thing, the only one I found that I didn't like so far out of the whole collection was this. But it came with this Kane, like I was saying, and this is a really good looking Kane. So, you know, you kind of trade one bad for a good. Alright, folks. That is my video for today, going over these Championship Showdown figures. They're all pretty basic. They're all actually called basics. But, you know, I'll get more of them, and I'll do more cool videos coming up. I got a lot more figures to go over with you guys. I mean, I could spend hours on these things. Hours and hours, probably. But I'm not going to bore you guys to death all at once, right? No, my videos aren't boring. I think I'm pretty entertaining. I should do this professionally. Hey, gee, that's what I'm trying to do. Alright, so folks, thank you for joining me again. Please do me a big favor and like and share this video. And obviously, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I appreciate every single person that does individually. Alright, thank you very much, guys. And I hope to entertain you more in the future with awesome videos from Joe Slater's Wrestling and stuff. And now I'm rambling, so goodbye.